Okay, hello, my name is Kyle Peterson. I'm from Metlakatla, BC.
We have opportunities here on this coast to expand commercial fishing, to expand the amount of work for people in coastal communities.
It makes no sense to have to come to a pristine place and dirty it.
I want to be able to pass on knowledge that my father has taught me.
The evidence that I have is that, in fact, this process suffers under a certain amount of intimidation from the Prime Minister of this country.
We're happy that you are here to walk with us and sit with us, as we have sat and walked with you at the last rally in Rupert here.
Fundamentally, if I attempt to summarize where the concerns lay, it is a question of trust. It is impossible for me, as somebody who represents 300,000 square kilometers of northwestern BC, to suggest that the imminent threat of supertankers bigger than the Empire State Building, plowing some of the most difficult waters to plow, does not have implicit threat to the people I represent. That when I visit the communities of Hartley Bay, Bella Coola, Metlakatla, and Loch Willam's, the connection people have to the ocean environment is second to none.
Madam Chair, we continue to object. This is completely inappropriate.
Excuse me, order in the room. Thank you very much. I would ask you to please talk to us about your personal knowledge and experiences on the potential effects of the project.
Absolutely. When I ask this panel what the perspective is of perfection when humans are involved, that can we sail that narrow channel 15,000 times through all kinds of weather, all kinds of circumstances, both human and environmental, with never having made a mistake once, because we can't make a mistake once. You have to understand what the implications are for us, and it's everything. It's everything. You'll spend some time looking at this project. Maybe it seems like a long time to you, but it's very short for us. And you'll move on and you'll do other things. I hope you're impacted, as I have been, by the people. I know we're supposed to talk about the rivers and the oceans and the trees, and all those things are important. But it's the people that I think of when I'm here today.
And that plan is that the people in our community are strong, will be healthy, will be educated, skilled, with close interconnections to our land and its ecosystems. Our land must be cared for in a sustainable manner.
My traditional name is Simagul, which means Princess of the Strawberry Patch. I got that name from my mother. My English name is Fanny Nelson. I live in Metlakatla, just across there. And like I said in there, I was this little girl. I had to do everything, like cleaning fish, smoking fish, putting the ulikins together, getting seaweed, all the foods that I get. I learned from my mom. When the tide's out, we go on the boat and we go not too far from the village and take all the kids. And I always tell them, you know, you guys have to learn all this. I'm not going to be around forever. So that really scares me. I think about it every day. You know, what are we going to eat? What are we going to feed our children? So that's our livelihood. We live off of that land.
To really teach my children about who they are as Tsimshian people. Without the resources, we don't have a future as Tsimshian. We don't have a future as Metlakatla people.
I go out and I collect food all year round, and it's a beautiful thing, and we don't want the oil to come through.
And then closing, I would just like to say, if we lose this, we have nothing to pass down to generations to come. I thank you for listening to me.
My name's Des Nobles. I'm a commercial fisherman, and I work for the T-Bucks Environmental Foundation. I'm also an elected official with the regional district here. This is my 4th term. I've lived here for 4 decades now. I've raised a family here, and for 30 years I fished on this coast. We're hoping someday that this area begins to live up to our expectations, and that in turn governments leave us to decide our own future. We have a vision of ourselves. We know what is best for us, and we know what is best for the region. The region has served us well. It's now our turn to serve it well.
Yeah, I should be fishing today. My name is Marty Bowles, and I'm an intervener with the JRP process. And today we presented food to the panel and to the audience that was locally gathered, locally caught, locally processed, and extremely healthy. We gave them smoked salmon, we gave them sushi, there was white-tailed deer sausage, there was moose sausage, there was crab, fresh crab, and canned crab.
The union is a collection of people. It does not represent fish. It represents people, but people who depend on the health of fish and fish stocks to make a living. We believe that our industry has a bright future, that it's not a sunset future, but it only has a bright future if we continue to have fish. And we will only continue to have fish if we have an environment that supports fish.
My name is Arnie Nagy. Before I begin, I'd like to recognize the chiefs, the matriarchs, and the Tsimshian Nation for allowing us to speak on their territories today. I guess you could say it's a proud day for us here. We've been known as people to get in there and get involved, to defend a way of life, a right to make a living in the fishing industry, for the rights to be respected as people who provide food for the world, and as people who stand up and voice for the rights of the resource that we depend on.
For me, for my husband, for my children, and for the people that are going to be here long after I'm gone. I really, really believe that we need to do things differently.
The onslaught of this proposed project has definitely united the North and the Northwest in the region. It has.
These jobs take strength, ability, and knowledge that you have to learn over the years of working. I've been working in the fishing industry for 35 years.
10 years working as a shore worker or plant worker on the floor of the plant, plus 27 years as a union representative.
Fishing industry for 31 years.
And I worked in the fishing industry for 30 years.
I'm 4th generation fishing out of Prince Rupert. My family started fishing here over 100 years ago.
Industry for 26 years.
I just can't see big boats, A, going up Granville Channel, B, if they were in front of the Skeena or even in Kitimat, that would finish my shrimping or my salmon fishing.
The linkage of fish as work, of fish as food, and the linkage of fish to culture, the First Nation, but also as an integral part of all fishermen and shore workers, whether we're native or non-native. These people feed their families on what they earn from the commercial fishery. It's not what we used to hear of as the pin money industry. We make our lives, our livings. We don't live in big palaces, but we have one heck of a lifestyle. Thank you, Marty.
What is the best thing for Rupert?
Well, sunshine, probably.